Hi, and welcome back to The Health Perspective. Today, we are addressing the common misconception that there's a single magical cure for mental health problems. We're going to try and bring some balance to the discussion and help you to stop blaming yourself if you're feeling disheartened. I'm your host, Dr. Daniel Gordon, and my intention on this channel is to give you the benefit of my 15 years experience as a doctor to try and help you navigate your health with more clarity and balance. And we're going to do that today using a simple analogy that everyone can relate to. So stick around. Why am I speaking about this now? Well, recently I've noticed a growing trend online. Countless influencers, health gurus, or even well-intentioned people offering one piece of advice that they swear will change your mental health for the better and is the only thing that you need to lead a happy and fulfilled life. For example, cold showers, breathing exercises, high intensity interval training, certain supplements, or strict diets. Now, before we get started, to be completely clear, it's not that any of these methods are bad or lack benefits. That's not what I'm saying here at all. Many strategies people promote online have solid scientific evidence for improving mood, resilience, and overall health. Where the problem arises, and this is what drives me mad, is when people say that one particular method is a universal cure for all mental health struggles, or the way to lead a happy life. And as you hopefully know by now, on The Health Perspective, that's simply not the approach we like to take. Because believing there's one universal strategy oversimplifies the situation and ignores individual factors like genetics and personal life stories. This culture can imply that mental health conditions are easily fixed if you're just determined enough. But what I see in my practice with my patients is that if people try a single method and it fails, they feel personally disheartened, like they failed personally, which actually worsens conditions like anxiety or depression and can inadvertently increase stigma. In reality, improvement and ultimately recovery usually happen through a blend of methods, which are, and this is the key point, tailored to your individual needs. To break this down with greater clarity for my patients, I use the analogy of a toolbox. Imagine you hire a contractor or builder to install a shelf or do an odd job, whatever odd job, in your house. They bring with them a toolbox, and in the toolbox, they'll have a variety of tools like a drill, hammer, screwdrivers, and more. Now, each tool has a specific function and no single tool handles every task perfectly. If they just bought one tool to do the job, it would be very unlikely that they would get the job done. Only with the whole range of tools working together can they get that shelf safely installed. In the same way, you need to think of your mental health strategies as multiple different tools in a toolbox. For example, talking therapy, medication, exercise, mindfulness, healthy eating, plus things like cold showers and HIIT training if they're helpful to you. But rather than relying on a single tool, you pick and choose from different options that support different aspects of your well-being. And we're not all the same, so not everyone's toolbox is the same. And saying so is simply wrong. There might be things that help some people more than others. And that's the crucial thing that these polarizing online discussions miss. I see it as my job as a doctor to help a person figure out what's in their toolbox and the extent to which each of these tools will help them support their mental well-being. Remember that each tool may help to a different degree and in a different way. For example, therapy helps you explore underlying emotions and thinking patterns. Exercise can improve physical health and mental resilience, and mindfulness can help you foster self-awareness. Taken alone or individually, their effect can be limited, but together they form a safety net that you can use on a longer term basis. And so please be really wary whenever you hear someone claiming a single solution will fix all mental health challenges, especially, by the way, if they're trying to sell you that solution. They could be sharing what worked for them, but presenting it as a silver bullet cure overlooks the complexity of different mental health problems and your unique individual circumstances. In truth, lasting improvements in mental health are best achieved using multiple tools. This actually helps us to set realistic expectations and reduces our chance of feeling defeated when one method doesn't work or doesn't meet our every need. So, a reminder of my key takeaways. First, beware the myth of a single cure. It can lead to self-blame and stigma. Second, mental health is complex and individual. Multiple tools are needed. Remember that toolbox analogy if you're struggling with single approaches which aren't working. Finally, stay flexible and adaptable in your approach to your mental health. You might not find the right mix of tools for your toolbox at the start, but when you do, it can provide you with sustained periods of emotional well-being. Just a reminder that there's no big ask in this channel and no sales pitch, but the one super helpful thing you can do for me is liking the video or subscribing to my channel. I can then track what videos you are finding most helpful, which ones resonate most with you, and focus on those topics more in the future. Also, it increases the chance that if this video is helpful, it will reach more people who need to hear it. See you next week.